because we didn't know that in future who will make us proud. And on the second, third page.
Every child has a right to feel safe against exploitation and domestication. And from the fourth, basic education, because education is the main weapon for success. If you are well educated, then we will.
Quran and men. We'll be having Mutta community by Harish and Priyanka and Pallavi. Now, I would like to request
these children who spoke here, they spoke their mind on three issues. Number one, first speaker spoke about the pressure and expectations of a child in today's world. And as Justice Mohanty said, the Honorable Chief Justice, those children themselves have now provided some kind of a solution. The second one said about the body insecurity. Now these are all problems of children today. As a child, I also had these kind of negative feelings on certain issues, but then you start growing up, and as the learned speaker said, that we have to develop that confidence, we have to overcome those issues and be comfortable with what you are. And the third child spoke about secularism as an issue. These are all broader aspects, broader areas which perhaps at this juncture in today's speech we may not deliberate and delve into that. Coming to the basic ideas which are essentially sort of to be touched upon today are the rights of the children to be better educated, to be given. And I had a word with one of the teachers here. I asked her whether, because some of the posters do say the offenses against the children, the exploitation of the children, that whether the children, the girls are made aware of the POCSO legislation. And we were told that yes, they are. So 3 or 4 things, and then I'll sum it up. Education, of course, yes. The health and well-being in every sense. No human trafficking, no child trafficking, no child abuse. Create an environment where, because in most of the child abuse cases, the perpetrator of the crime could be a member of the family or a respectable elder in the neighborhood, or the sphere of activity of the child could be a teacher, could be anybody. And therefore the atmosphere must be developed where the child would be feeling completely confident that if he or she raises a voice, that voice will not go unheard. That voice will not only be heard, but corrective measures will immediately be taken. In that sphere, I'll just touch upon the last part, and that is, which is NALSA's concern, and we will be embarking on that particular line hereafter. That's not only just the child human trafficking, child abuse, but child pornography is also something which must be taken care of. I had an occasion as a judge to deal with a matter, and all these internet service providers, I asked them, can you not prohibit a particular offensive material to be aired or to be telecast? Their response was that we are not completely in control of our platform. Our platform is like a highway, anybody can get in, anybody can get out. And therefore there is inherent difficulty. We may download, we may sort of offload a content, reprehensible and offensive content in about 72 hours. But one of the apprehensions which we expressed on the bench was that in those 72 hours, the reputation of a child or the victim may take such a beating that perhaps it may be irreversible. We want to have a statutory mechanism under which perhaps this can be remedied, and that will be the endeavor of NALSA in future. I'll tell you one instance, because this is how the platforms in US and certain other advanced countries are actually working under. A particular offensive material was uploaded through a laptop, and within 15 minutes, this happened in US, the man was apprehended. Why does it happen in those countries and does not happen in our country? The artificial intelligence which is employed and used by those service providers immediately picks up an offensive content and sends the red signal to the concerned police station saying that this is the number from which the content was uploaded. These are mechanisms, today we are living in world of technology. That technology must be utilized for the best results possible and for the benefit of the society. So NALSA will certainly be working in that direction, and we will be coming out with some kind of modalities or a module in next few days to come. Now coming to the last part, this outreach program will culminate on 14th of November. That's the Children's Day. I stand here in front of 800 children coming from a remote corner of the country, but they represent true values, they represent correct posture. And I must say that going by what these children have presented today, the future of our generation is quite well secure. In environmental law, they speak about intergenerational equity. That is, whatever I have inherited from my parents, when I hand it over to the next generation, I must hand over in a better format and form the earth. I am quite sure that the future of our future generations is quite well secure in the hands of these children.